Final Fantasy XIV has been a huge part of my life ever since I started playing it in 2015. I know a lot of people are skeptical about the game, and I totally hear them, so I wanted to make a video sharing why is FF14 one of the best MMORPGs. And bear in mind that I said one of the best. I don't want to start any fights over which is the best, as everybody has different tastes. And of course, every game has its flaws. Also, I'd love to hear in the comments what game is your favorite MMO. So what makes FF14 so special? To me, it is a lot of things. When I started the game, I don't think I knew anything about it. But then I found out that you can play every classes on a single character, and this is an insane game changer. Most MMOs out there has this very specific thing where you could play on one character, and then if you want to play something else, you make another one. That is, for example, something you can see in Elder Scrolls Online or World of Warcraft. It makes it even better that because of this aspect, you can tell yourself you can do everything on a single character. Another great thing about FF14 is that there is a lot of content variation. Main story quests, fates, dungeons, raids, PvP, collecting mounts, minions, songs, hairstyles, cards. There's simply a lot of things you can do. It's hard to run out of goals. And Square Enix provide a big patch every few months, which is a great pace to keep up with, as most MMOs can go silent for a very long time with no new content. The game has a pretty important story focus, which if you don't care for story and cutscenes, I guess the game might not be for you. But before FF14, I never thought I could take seriously an MMO's main story, yet they managed to pop off to a point where a lot of people loves it. It is still kind of slow though, so it's a sort of investment, but since it's an MMO, you know you can play tiny doses here and there over time. Another thing I love is that the races in the game doesn't look exaggerated cartoony, so the setting can be somewhat immersive until you find someone dressed in curl briefs or flashy clothes in the middle of the city. We do love the character customization. It feels really nice, but at the same time most of us do wish it was more developed, because there is so few options you're likely going to look like another player, but it's still more customizable than most MMOs I know. And the graphics are really good, especially that it's about 10 years old, and throughout the year we get plenty of events with silly decorations which helps you get in the mood, especially at the end of the year with Halloween and Christmas. But yeah, I don't know what else to say much aside the fact that this game really changed my life for the better. It is one of the few games where the community is actually sweet for the most part. There's always bad apples everywhere. To conclude, FF14 has been a mostly positive experience. It has been there for me in the darkest times of my life and accompanied me through it. There is this safe space sort of feeling, knowing the game isn't too toxic compared to average, where I can just log in, do nothing but just relax or play with friends every day for roleplays. I never thought I would think that of an MMO before, because I always end up leaving those in the long run. I hope this video interested you. I would love to hear what you think, or tell me if I convinced you to try it. And if you like this video, I would really appreciate if you could drop a like, a comment and a subscription. Have a great day. See you, bye.